what is inspiring you to be part of SunFire Fest?
Well, first and foremost, Jen, I've known you for quite a few years, and we met through ceremony and through gathering and connecting through prayer and intention for the next 7 generations, for Mother Earth, for the collective at this time of great shifting. And one of the codes that has been coming through so strongly in these times of change and alchemy is all of this energy coming from the sun. We have such potent codes and energy coming from the sun as we are moving towards and in the process of the apex arriving of solar maximum. Our sun has a life cycle of 11 years, and our sun goes through solar minimum, where we have a little bit less coronal mass ejections and solar flares, and it's a time of integration. And then we move upwards in this kind of slope, with the cycle of the sun as our bringer of light in the solar system. We receive that light, and it grows and grows exponentially until we get to that apex of solar maximum, which we're coming to in and around mid 2024. And the same time, we're having our great American solar eclipse, where it'll be visible in North America, aka Turtle Island. And at this time, we're moving up to that, and we're being prepared for that time of great influxes of light. We're already in it. And the sun has such compassion for us that it's a gradual movement. Our Father Sun, Anpetui, is giving us these codes gradually and not just blasting us all at once. And so it feels really beautiful that it's anchored in that love and that light that's coming in to feed us in a gentle way. And sometimes right now, especially, it feels like, man, this really the gentle version? And at the same time, it is. We've gone through so many things in learning as a collective and humanity how to be together, how to be on this earth, how to be human. Many of the people who are attracted in this community have come here to assist in brightening the aura of Mother Earth. And so we came with a mission. Some people understand and have heard the teachings of the 144,000 who have brought the vibration to a tipping point where the masses would awaken. And as we raise our light and our capacity to receive the light that is already here for us, really, it sends out waves to the collective of opening to new levels of consciousness and awareness and love, And so with this gathering happening in the beautiful summertime, it's going to be at a beautiful venue, Tiku Time Resort. We'll have the element of water there to support us in that high level of light, and working with the sun and each other in these codes. It just feels like a beautiful opportunity to come play, to come dance, to come learn, to come share, to pray, and to recalibrate together. When we send out an intention together that is coherent, it ripples out. And so as we're experiencing these great levels of influx of light and these great shifts within our consciousness as a collective and individually, the real medicine is when we step into that together and recognize that we are an ecosystem. And as we look at the microcosm and the macrocosm within us, we see ourselves in some ways as an individual, but we are a conglomerate. The human experience is that we have this body, we have our mind, our consciousness, our spirit, our heart, and our emotions. And at the cellular level, at the atomic level, at the level of quarks and photons and waves of sound and frequency that are the base of what we are a conglomerate of many systems that support our experience in this incarnation. And so if there's ever a moment where we feel alone, we're truly not. When you look at the microcosm, you see that. We have the biome in our gut that processes nutrients, that cleanses us, and that's working to support our being. all day long, every day, every night. We have a whole system within us that supports our existence. And if you look at the macrocosm, you know, we've been hearing a lot of messages saying, you get back to nature, but we are nature. We are the imagination of Mother Earth, who created us to have hands and feet and eyes and a brain to create tools to be stewards of this earth and to cohabitate with many different species together at this time. And so this message that's coming through very strongly for many people in connecting with community as we shift, it's so important to drop into the space of the community, the ecosystem that we are and that we make up. Because whether we're conscious of it or not, we are all navigating this together. And so when we accept that and step into that with love and compassion and the desire to create and to build the next 1,000 years of peace, the golden age of man only comes when we truly collaborate. It's not something that we're supposed to face with the feeling of being alone. It's not something that we're supposed to face as warriors and, like getting to the finish line and getting through it and graduating to the next level. Not one will be left behind is one of the messages that come through in the beautiful teachings of the Maka Wichakbe Wichokan, the earth star knowledge that was brought in by Dekshi, Wambadi Izanza, Zizi, Tancha, Uncle Lauren, Zephyr, Chief Golden Light Eagle, and many others brought in these codes from the star nations and from the earth and the ascended masters who are here to assist us at this time of great shifting. And so that those words, not one will be left behind. This is a community effort. And so the more that we can connect with each other and appreciate our biodiversity and our diversity of knowledge and gifts, all of us have codes, all of us have medicine, all of us have specific lineage that we've come here to assist in transmuting karma and stepping into light, stepping into that place where the wound becomes the medicine. And so we really can do that exponentially effectively when we do it together. And there's so many beautiful people coming. I'm so excited. My son and I will be there. We'll be sharing sacred songs, sacred dance, talking about ecosystems and the environment. And we have a beautiful relationship budding and cultivating with the indigenous First Nations of the territory where we will be going, who will come, and be present with us as well. I mean, who greater to teach us about resilience than the First Nations people of this land? My journey really started with seeking my own wellness and what does it mean to be healthy? Growing up in a space where so many of our youth don't have hope for the future because they're looking around at the world and saying, what are the chances that we're going to make it through this? And there's so many that are struggling with that coming into adulthood with that depression because they don't see a spark of hope. And, going down to the most simple message and beingness of who we are existing in this world, we are a miracle. Every single person, the fact that we have a breath of life in this body and a consciousness to animate it, living on a planet that is a jewel in a vast cosmos of space that perfectly supports our life, that is a miracle every day, every second. And so when we live in that vibration that we already are miracles, nothing is impossible. The way that we channel that is together as a coherent community. And when we do that, anything is possible. We are animated echoes of life in a cosmic, infinite potential. And so no matter what is in front of us, a lot of people have been experiencing incredible change and challenge, and the remembrance that we can drop into of not trying to create the future, but vibrating at a frequency that matches the timeline that we are praying for. We don't have to create it. It already exists because we exist in infinity. This is a multiverse. Life itself is a miracle every moment. And the fact that we are here is the miracle. And the fact that we still have that breath of life in our lungs is a testament that we can do this. We are here for this exact reason. We all came here for this. And so nothing is impossible. And it is more possible to reach that prayer of the golden age of humanity when we work together. And so I'm so excited to join with like-minded community, those who are dedicated to that path of health, of wellness, of awakening, of kindness, of service, of expression, of individuality, and the beautiful medicines and codes that we all carry. When we get to that place where we really join in our authenticity and our mission here, nothing is impossible. And it's so uplifting. It's so uplifting to know that it's coming soon and that we get the opportunity to have the space to be in presence together like that.